Welcome, precious souls. Here we are again. Hope you're having a fantabulous day. Living the dream, right? Living the dream. Oh my goodness. It's good to have you here. Back in my little happy place. Thank you, Spirit. Let's find out what else you need to know. Higher self of the collective watching. Tapping into your beautiful energy. Guardian angels, ancestors. Holy Spirit. What do we need to know at this time? If you get called to have a personal reading, since these are general readings, so I'm tapping into a large collective, just email me, guys, paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com, and we can meet one-on-one online like this, live. No, I'm not going to just do a pre-recorded. I'm going to tap into your energy and answer your questions as we go. 1, 2, 2, 2 on the clock. Interesting. Okay, Spirit, what else have we got? Ooh, getting rowdy here. Oh my goodness. Okay, you want that. All right, I'm getting a definite message coming through. So, what I'm getting is there's a very spiritually guided, what's the word I'm looking for? Spiritually divine relationship, counterpart, someone who was meant, two people that were meant to find each other in this life and potentially make an amazing life together, very powerful together. This involves somebody with an air sign, okay, masculine. So this could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, okay? And it looks like, let's get a little more details here. Ouch, not liking this. Okay, yeah, that's what I was feeling, but I wanted to be sure. This person chose not to put the work in, okay? This person chose not to put the work in. They are going to come in with an offer of love, but this is someone who has left the Empress in a very negative state, negative place. This is someone who is meant to be the Emperor to the Empress, okay? Take this how it resonates. This is what I'm getting through. This is in another life, in other lifetimes you were together, okay? If I'm speaking to the Empress is what I'm feeling right now. Or if I'm speaking to this King of Swords. This is someone who's very methodical, intelligent, works more from the mental side as opposed to the heart side. They chose not to put the work in. They are going to come in with a love offer, but is it too late? That's the question. This is going to be your choice to the collective I'm speaking with, okay? They had you up in your head, sleepless nights. You guys were destined to have this beautiful 10 of Pentacles together, like an amazing life, security, wealth, happiness, all the securities of the 3D world. But instead, what they did by hanging back and not putting the work in, they were working against the Empress. Okay? Got the King of Wands in reverse. The outcome, if you should choose to accept this when it finally comes in, is you'd be accepting someone who's still in a player energy, very manipulative. Some people would use the term narcissistic. That would not be far-fetched at this point. This is someone who uses their abilities to manipulate situations. And I feel like they're only coming in as a result of, well, that was an interesting shuffle, as a result of them believing that, yes, you've got your 10 of Pentacles because it's you who can create and manifest this 10 of Pentacles. And they've known this all along, okay? For one way or another, one reason or another, they've known this all along, that the Empress is capable of doing this. What they're trying to do is tap into that money. It's all about the money for this person. And they didn't want to do the work. In fact, I'm getting that they were definitely a player, somebody who has many options, perhaps, okay? And they left you waiting. They left the Empress waiting. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else we need to know? So all that shuffling, they're saying, no, let's move to this deck. Let's do it. All right, so But this is all part of a divine plan. What I'm hearing is this person and these two have been together in other lifetimes, and each time the other person has actually been very controlling and manipulative. Okay, so this is also, it was kind of like they were given another option to do it right. And so the Empress and Emperor were given the opportunity to do it right this life. But again, the control and the power struggle I'm hearing, like a peeing contest, right? This person still couldn't see the Empress's value until it was too late. So they were playing with the Empress's livelihood, security, and mental stability. They were being manipulative. What is that sitting out there? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the Empress, after choosing to cut ties with this individual, really stepped into their Queen of Pentacles era. Okay, so started pouring into themselves. They're very abundant. Like I said, the Empress can give life to anything. So the Empress started pouring this love and nurturing and hard work into herself while this King of Swords was gone. Okay. Playing their games with other people. Because, oh, thank you for that. What I'm seeing is this King of Swords went after another one that seemed to be more of monetary benefit. He chose incorrectly. The King of Swords chose incorrectly. Well, Spirit. Yeah, and has a lot of secrets, a lot of things going on behind the scenes. Okay, I'm also hearing manipulated energy. So take that as it resonates, but that's what I just had coming through. This King of Swords was manipulating energy, manipulating things behind the back of this Empress. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So you're like you're somebody who comes into the vicinity, the environment of someone who's magical, can create anything out of nothing, extremely loving and nurturing, like literally the perfect person. Really, the perfect person, because this is the Hierophant, right? This is divinely orchestrated, built for you, and you mistreat them, right? You mistreat them, do things behind their back, try to slow down their progress, screw around with other people, okay? Third parties, leave them out in the cold, ignore them. So this could be an avoidant, but still, I mean, at what point are we going to say, quit making excuses for people? We all have traumas to work through. We all have healing to do, but this person clearly chose not to do that because it was too much work, right? Settle for someone who's a lot easier to manipulate. And now I'm getting a lot of channeled messages right now. Now this King of Swords is like angry that, the Empress is doing amazing without them. They figured, no, you can't do it without me. You're going to need me. They took that for granted, that the Empress would be sitting on a shelf waiting, and now life carried on, and the Empress is shining, and now they're wanting to get in on this, assuming that the Empress would just wait because they knew this is a divine counterpart. It was meant to be. Well, that doesn't matter. You could, no matter what's available, it's an option. Everybody is an option. Every path is an option. And if it doesn't present itself in a happy fashion or in a way that resonates, again, thank you so much, Spirit. I love when they do this. The Knight of Cups, mini and large version. Again, they're going to come in and try anyways because, man, they don't want to lose out on this incredible wealth and happy life and all the things that they thought they had coming. The Empress can just wait while I go play the field and see if I can get something better, right? No, no. I do feel very strongly, it was reiterated, they are going to come in and try to be manipulative and wiggle their way back into this abundant life that Empress has tried to create on her own against what they've been doing behind the scenes that they don't even know she's aware. They don't even know. This is a highly intuitive, extremely spiritually gifted human being, okay, with like a massive, powerful spirit. So how does the Empress feel about this? How does the Empress feel about this, Spirit? I think we know, but let's just do this. How does the Empress feel? Yeah, she went on and she saw it for what it was. She's very intuitive. She healed her childhood traumas, left that person in memory status. She came out of the 10 swords, took each one out of her back, that the love of her life, this divinely orchestrated counterpart, put into her back. That's correct. That's what they did, okay? Gossip, betrayal, lies, deception, and I'm hearing challenges and roadblocks in her path because They didn't want to invest. They invested in the wrong thing. All they cared about was money, 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 money. They were being offered the most incredible gift from the divine. You see the hand coming out of the clouds here, right? And instead, they were looking at other options, easier options. What's going to take the least effort? Lovers in reverse. They made the wrong decision and they know it. They know it now. So they're going to try to come in with some big offer, love bombing, right? We know this one, guys. And I honestly feel like, yeah, the Empress sees it as that's their missed opportunity. I'm going to move forward. Just because, this is very important. You hear twin flame and soulmate. We have so many soulmates, okay? You need to know this. And they thought just because the Empress considered them a soulmate or because they were a soulmate that this was just a given, right? It's money in the bank. I'll just go play the field, and then when I'm done, then I'll come back. No, it doesn't work like that. There are so many soulmates, and if one soulmate doesn't step up and choose to do the right thing, well, they could put themselves in the trash that they tried to throw the Empress, right? And vice versa. If an Empress isn't, stepping up, then do you really think the Emperor is going to sit around and wait forever for them to grow when they've done all the healing? No. So you step up and you get the rewards, or you don't and you get those rewards, but it's no one else's fault. It's no one else's fault except the person who chose to take the easy path, the greed path, working out of ego. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Yes, there will be no celebration. There will be no celebration in love for this King of Swords. In fact, I'm hearing that their karma will be watching the Empress move forward with a true love, a divine love that is willing and more than capable and has done the healing work to see the value and really cherish what the Empress has to offer. And, and the sad thing about this is that you get these individuals who really, they fumble the bag, they mess up, they do everything horribly dark and shadow, operating out of the shadow toward someone, and then they get mad at them. And they're like, how could you possibly leave me out in the cold? You know what I mean? Like, well, we know what this is. But anyway, my point is, what does the Empress have to look forward to? What does the Empress have to look forward to as a result of all their hard work, despite everything, all the roadblocks that were put in their path due to the love of their life, potential, right? Good on you. You realize you are one person and you came up against them, all their gossip, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. You are moving on up. You are doing amazing. It's all coming in for you. You didn't need them. They needed you, okay? And they're starting to see this now, and that's why they're going to come galloping in. I'm coming. I've got your love offer. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse. Again, they're just confirming. Large version, small version cards, guys. This person is narcissistic and carries a lot of dark attachments. King of Pentacles. Okay, this is either you stepping into your most abundant, but no, I'm not getting that. I'm feeling like, thank you for correcting me, Spirit. I love when they correct me because I want to get this so accurate. They're saying King of Pentacles will be this new divine counterpart. Take it as it resonates, guys. The love of your life. This is someone who will bring you that stability, will absolutely help you to rebuild what this one tried to tear down. Okay. So you're already very independent, very successful. You're well on your way and you're pouring into yourself. One of your blessings is going to have this incredible King of Pentacles come into your life, and the King of Swords is going to have to watch. That's right. Now the King of Pentacles, I believe that's Earth sign. So Taurus, is it Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo? I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't take a lot of the signs or really hold tight to these signs because it's the energy, okay? Like I know a lot of readings, there's certain people that they're, one specific sign and they end up being a different energy. So they could be like an air sign, but an earth energy, right? Yeah. They passed up on their happiness. They passed up on the happiest card. This was divinely orchestrated. Their inner child they were supposed to heal their inner child while you were healing yours, and you were supposed to have so much happiness together, most abundant life, and they passed it up. So what do we need to know moving forward with this King of Pentacles, Spirit, please? What do we need to know moving forward? Yeah, you're going to manifest victory, celebrations, accolades. In fact, you're both going to do something incredible that's going to bring in a lot of recognition, okay? But also, you're going to manifest all of your desires together. This is someone who's extremely powerful, like the Empress. And I'm also hearing strong, like the Empress. This is important for an Empress. An Empress, in order to step into that, which is, it embodies all of the queens, all right? All of the energies, very powerful, very intuitive. They've been through it. In order to get to that status, you've been through it. This, they've always had to be strong for everybody else, and they don't have somebody necessarily strong enough to let them crumble and just have a moment to take a breath. This king is going to be that for you. Very nurturing, very grounded. None of this gaming, no games, absolutely no other options. Loyal, self-made, okay? And just imagine, thank goodness, you dodged a bullet here, okay? Again, sorry. Oh, sorry, yep. Again, leaving behind the conflict, leaving behind all that will not be here. All this conflict that you've been through to become the Empress, this king has been through similar conflict. And what's going to happen is both of you, I'm hearing, are going to come together. Confirmation, my dog just barked. Both of you are going to come together and really make some changes in this world. Like, it's something about your love. Something. Confirmation. Squirrel. Okay. Oh, okay. We'll take this. And then, yeah. Moving on to calmer waters, right? You're leaving this behind. So leave that behind. Cut that out of your energy. And I'm also hearing, take one of these cards, something to meditate on. Okay, guys, if you get called to have a personal reading, email me, paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. All of my subscribers to my YouTube channel, Earth Angel 3811, they only pay $33 Canadian. We meet one-on-one. This is looking pretty amazing, and then you might have some extra questions here, because if this resonates with you, I think we're moving into something really interesting coming forward. So what do we need to know? Something to meditate on. Spirit, thank you. Make it clear which card you'd like me to choose. For the collective, what do we need to know? Oh, 2. All right, guys. We've got intuitive wisdom. Trust your intuition to guide decisions and reveal deeper truths. Again, oh, and I'm sorry, what did I have at the bottom here? All right, so 6th sense, inner knowing, and perceptiveness, okay? So when this dude comes galloping back, discernment, you already know. You know what you've been through, what you've had to survive through at the hands of someone who was meant to be the love of your life. All right, here we go. Starlight guidance. Use the guidance of starlight to find your path and wisdom. Starlight, universe, direction. Again, following your heart. Following your heart. You know what's best for you. And when this one comes in, even though you're a bit of a wounded heart, open your heart to this. This person is your divine blessing for all you've been through and for having such strong discernment and not buckling and settling for less. Again, twice. This person's coming back. Leave them in your memory. Okay. I think that's it, guys. I'm going to let you go now, and I'll probably do another reading in a little bit. I am sending so much love and light, and you still have your 10 of Pentacles coming in all your happiness, okay? It's just going to be with someone who actually values and appreciates you and would never compromise the opportunity they're given to even be in your beautiful, radiant light. Keep smiling.